Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey guys, the old captain here. Yeah, I got cold. It was nice and warm, and then I got cold. And it was cold now. And it's not that like, kind of chilly, the snow melty, make fluffy snowballs. No, it's like so cold the snow is dry and icy. Hey Aaron, recently discovered your channel and love the upfront approach. Looking to get an outside opinion to clear up my worries on what career path to take. I'm 31 years old and was recently medically discharged or retired from the Army. As such, I don't know where to go next. I'm a little older than most of your clients, but I'm a little lost with all the changes in the last year. I enlisted in the military when I was 17. After my first deployment, I got an ROTC scholarship to a nice small private school and became an officer. Was the dream job. During my time in college, I started as an engineer, but switched to business finance early on. Enjoyed engineering, but with the ROTC program and the extra time it required, I figured business would be much more helpful to me in management and organizing my personal finances. And also made completing the ROTC program attainable without sacrificing my GPA. Dude, that GPA does not matter when people worry about the GPA. Fuck your GPA. If you get your GPA in a worthless fuck, you got a 4.0 in dick picking studies. All right, that's worse than a 1.7 in chemical engineering. So people don't think it's, I got to make my GPA. No, it's what you study. Very important. My 4 years as an officer was managing computer and radio nerds, but never getting any certification myself. Now retired, I bring in a decently healthy paycheck each month without having to do jack shit. I, of course, do realize overall how lucky I am for that given everything. However, military standards aside, I'm still quite healthy and capable of working as anyone else. More so in many cases. Getting to my issue, what do I do next? I can't stand the jobs that would come with finance, selling, accounting, broker. Might as well stick my finger in a light socket. So in the end, I'm left with the question, do I find a management job or do I really enjoy this? Or going back to school for a second bachelor's and return to mechanical or chemical engineering. In management, I am very open to industry, but if I pursue engineering, I would like to get into limb replacement tech or other biotech. Well, that'd be kind of cool. P.S. If I choose a school, it would be covered with post-9/11 GI Bill. This also leaves open the option of an MBA if I choose the business route. Thanks for the insight you gave, Josh. Okay, Josh, here's the deal. You are finding out quickly the problem many of us are going to be getting down the road, and that is when you have enough money, what do you get to do? Everything's taken care of. You don't have to scramble. You don't have to hustle to make ends meet, but boy, your brain cannot just sit there and atrophy doing nothing playing video games. So what I would do is this. You are programmed or predisposed to start thinking career again. And you're saying, okay, the choice you present to me is business or engineering. Now, if it's just that simple decision, I would definitely go engineering because your life is too short and it's already bought and paid for. You have fuck you money. And what's going to happen, I can almost guarantee you, I can't guarantee you 100%, but I can almost guarantee you that if you go to business, down the business route, you're going to have to deal with fucking idiots and morons and retards of office politics. And you're going to basically just be telling your boss, fuck you, I got fuck you money. Fuck you, I got fuck you money. And you're never going to have a rewarding, intellectually engaging career in business. It happens, but it's so rare. And since you're in the military, you got your shit together. Not to mention, you got that. You do have fuck you money. This is like when I taught ballroom dance. Like, I really didn't need to work. And if my boss has got ever too much lippy, I just say, fuck you, I'm out of here. So that is not a rewarding experience. The engineering, though, however, again, can't guarantee anything, is very much more likely to be much more intellectually rewarding, not to mention financially rewarding. Plus, you get to go back to school. And you may think, well, school, I don't want to waste my time again. You're only going to go back for 2 years because your prereqs are all out of the way. So it's only going to take 2 more years to get whatever it is that you want to get. And you're just looking for intellectual stimulation at this point. That means it doesn't matter if you make money or not. It's already paid for. You're just looking to have something to occupy your day. So it might as well be mechanical or chemical engineering rather than going and getting your MBA. And dude, the MBA classes are not going to fucking... they're not going to stimulate you. They're not going to challenge you. So if it came down to those two things, yes, definitely go chemical engineering or mechanical. That'll also lead you into a career that will give you more intellectual stimulation than business. So since you're already bought and paid for, you don't need money, you need intellectual stimulation. Now, all that being said, I would try to expand your mind, open your mind, and you kind of mentioned in a previous email we had, not to have this dichotomy or like, okay, I go business or engineering. I would start thinking about businesses, entrepreneurship, something that you could run. Now, again, the question is, what do I do for a business? I don't know. Nobody knows. It'll come to you one of these days, and maybe that's something you should consider. But business is like, people think, oh, I could buy a bar, I start a plant or something like that. A lot of it is just insight. Now, I had a brilliant insight on my latest road trip. And insight strikes when it strikes, but usually you can't be occupied studying something else. Your brain needs to wander and trip upon these landmines and say, hey, I got this idea right here. And so what I would do, if you haven't already, I'd go on a big-ass road trip across the United States and take your sweet fucking time. Maybe make multiple road trips. Find out, one, have fun. See the country that you haven't seen. I just drive all around and enjoy. Two, start scoping out towns that you might want to live in where it's much more comfortable. I mean, this money's going to follow you wherever you go. I don't know, let's say you're in Philadelphia, heaven forbid. You obviously would want to move from that place. Find the place that you'd love to live, all right? Or the area you'd love to live. You don't necessarily want to buy a house, but maybe you feel, I really like the Southwest. So you buy a house outside of Phoenix for cheap, and that's kind of your base of operation, but then you putz around there. So I would go and explore, do some reconnaissance, find out where you might want to live. And while you're driving around out there, you will start to come up with ideas, or you'll start to come up with different observations or theories or potential ideas. Like, I could do this, or I could do that. Well, I really like this area here. That doesn't mean if you spend this entire winter doing road tripping across the United States, you're going to have a business idea. But going out there and exploring and doing reconnaissance in the country will definitely put you in a different place where you say, okay, my goal isn't to make money. My goal isn't to get back into college or school. My goal isn't to get back working. Now is the time, hey, look, you served our country, go enjoy it. That's the least we could do. Get your ass out there and go enjoy it. Get a little context. I'm not a big touchy-feely meditation guy. But more of a self-inflecting type of person, assessing your life, where do you want to go, where do you want to be, that kind of stuff. And this, I really hate to use this, spiritual trip it'll help focus what other opportunities may be out there that you may be skipping. Now let's say you go out, again, you could do this every year for the next 3 years, and you still may not have a brilliant business idea. So you will never have to go and figure out what to do in terms of career. Then you go chemical engineering. But what I want you to do, or what I'd recommend doing, getting a different perspective. What that perspective is, I don't know. But I know driving around and enjoying the world and just kind of seeing things and thinking to yourself late at night as you're driving, even listening to a podcast, something will give you much, much needed different perspective and ideas. And then that is going to make it more fertile ground for potential and profitable entrepreneurial ventures to go by. Then, let's say nothing's happening after your big trial and travels and you move to a different place and you're enjoying life. That's cool, that's fine. Now you go back to school. And I would recommend the engineering route, not just because it's more intellectually stimulating, but you're going to find out and get another different vantage point, going to chemical engineering school, becoming an engineer, working in the industry, that you will start to see other opportunities that you could capitalize on, especially with your engineering skills, your newly acquired engineering skills. So go have fun, enjoy the world a little bit, check it out. If there isn't something appallingly apparent, that's fine. It's a 1 in 10 chance you're going to come up with a great business idea while driving around. But it will put your mind in a different set. And then you go and pursue your engineering degree. And always keep that entrepreneurial thing going. And then, and then do that. Otherwise, I don't know, dude. If you're also interested in it, go maybe think about starting a family. That's about the only thing non-career-like or non-self-actualizing I could think of, although it would be self-actualizing, I guess, too. If you like the ladies and you want to have kids, you don't control when you meet the perfect woman. But I'd start getting out there and start dating and kind of looking for wifey material. That's if you want to have kids. If not, you don't know, that's all right. That's what driving out west and enjoying life will do. And let me know if you are looking. I might have a couple gals in different towns that you might want to meet. But that's another thing to contemplate, because that will definitely give you point and purpose and agency in life. Maybe a pain in the ass, but it'll definitely give you. And then you find the rich. You be the stay-at-home dad. You get the rich wifey. She goes and commutes and works, and she brings home the bacon, and then you do. She gotta have this. She gotta have that. She gotta have this. No, you don't. Don't be a cunt. But yeah, and then you get to stay home and like Bill Burr, get to watch The Price is Right and send your kids to bed on any kind of trumped up charges. That'd be kind of cool. You could be the stay-at-home dad. Now, none of this is going to happen tomorrow. These are journeys you're going to have to go out on. You don't even know what path you're going to take. So for now, kind of evaluate. Go out there, explore a little bit. That's what I'd recommend. And but whatever. You got to do something. Don't just sit and coast, because your brain will, you get depressed. It'll be very bad. So best of luck. Toodles.